Hello crafters and welcome to this week's From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft Show update. I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director from Picture to Page, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art and paper crafting community. And it's great that you've joined us here today. We've got a dash of inspiration and of course a news about 2022. So first, our dash of inspiration is a getting to know yourself better question. Getting to know yourself better question. Come on, Michelle. So I was thinking, when you head off to a class or you sit down to do something, are you more a project crafter or a techniques crafter? What do you like to learn in classes? Now, of course, there's so many different classes you can attend, but I think sometimes to know what class might be right for you, it really is a good idea to know sort of how you like to learn and what you like to do. And I see them as sort of two quite different things. Sort of that project crafter likes to go to a class and end up with something that looks just like the teachers. We've done a project, we've learned some techniques, but we've got the results. A techniques-based class or a techniques learner will go along and not end up with something exactly like the teacher, but learn some techniques that they then can apply to their crafting in different ways. And like any of these know yourself better questions, there's no right or wrong, but sometimes it can just help making sure that you're choosing the right class. Now, the reason that I got thinking is that I've been teaching some classes here at Mixed Media Art Studios, and we did our introduction to art journaling class last weekend. And I just needed to remind our crafters that it definitely was going to be one of those classes where we learned some techniques, but everyone's layout was going to end up very different to mine. Because my technique classes for art journaling are about understanding your materials, getting your layers down, talking a bit about colours and composition, but giving you things that you can then use elsewhere, but you're definitely not going to end up with a project just like mine. And I know there's others would much prefer a class where you go and jump in with something the same. Now, I did ask this question earlier, and Kylie pointed out that when she's having trouble concentrating, she just likes to go and do some die cutting or painting or journaling and then get ready to learn better. And I think that's another really good technique too. Sometimes when we're ready to jump in, or we think we're ready to jump in, but we mightn't quite be grounded. So sometimes it's nice to do those, kind of those fluffing around projects before we head into something. So I would love to hear from you. Pop in the comments. Do you think you are a project class person or a technique class person, or a combination of both? Or maybe there's times where one suits better than the other. So Diane says she misses her classes. Yes, you need to find somewhere in Geelong. So if you're in Geelong and have got some craft classes, certainly jump in here and let Diane know, or of course, let us know in the Papercraft Posse group. Now, speaking of Papercraft Posse, oh my goodness, we've been so busy over there this week. So for those that you don't know, Papercraft Posse is our Facebook group where we share what our projects we're working on. We can ask questions, we can get in touch with the retailers, and then we have meetups a couple of times a year so we can meet some like-minded crafters, and when we go to a show, hopefully see some familiar faces. So the Papercraft Posse group is a lovely way of meeting people, of getting inspired. And this week, oh my goodness, we've had Tracy, and she's showed us so many of her marvellous 3D creations. We've had Sarah show some ATCs. Mary from Craft Zone have let us know that they've got a sale on this weekend, and we had Trish sharing one of the Hobby Hoppers projects. So there is so much there to share and do. So head over to the Papercraft Posse group and see what's going on. And of course, just to wrap up our news for our 2022 shows. Now, we did just have the weekend that the Peninsula show would have been scheduled on, and it's always a bit sad when those weekends come and go. And we didn't actually have a craft show, but we are looking forward to 6 fantastic shows in 2022. So we've got our Sandown Summer Show in February. That will be opening to retailers really soon, and we'll be announcing who's coming along in the middle of January when our tickets go on sale. We're there heading back to Bendigo in March. We'll be in Pakenham in May, heading back to Geelong in July. So Diane, we will have some classes there in July, and then our 3-day Sandown show for spring in October, and then back to Peninsula, or the Mornington Peninsula, in November. So 6 fantastic craft shows. And of course, they're your opportunity to come and see the products in real life, come and do a mini class, make and take, watch some demonstrations, and then talk to the retailers. Get to see the colours in real life, because there is nothing that can substitute seeing these products in real life. And then of course, you can buy your craft supplies and take them straight home, which is always so exciting. And then of course, there's so much more to the show as well. It's meeting like-minded people, it's having a day out with friends, it's making new friends, it's having a day where we can just focus on ourselves. So we are so looking forward to catching up with you in 2022. So that's it. Dash of inspiration, know yourself better question. Are you a project crafter or a technique crafter? And I would love to hear from you below in the comments, just like Wendy's had, saying she's a bit of both. And I understand that. Sometimes it's nice to have a project and sometimes it's nice to learn those techniques. Like we said, Papercraft Posse group, great place to come and share. And of course, if you've got any questions, if you're like Diana looking for classes in Geelong, or if you're looking for a particular product, the Papercraft Posse is the best place to be. We've got over 800 crafters there, as well as retailers that can definitely help you out and have much more of an idea what's going on than just myself alone. And then the dates for our 6 shows in 2022. And we are counting down the weeks to our Sandown Summer Show in February the 19th and 20th. So this is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a very crafty day.